Well, hello, my wonderful students. How are you all doing? I've got on here some Vivaldi Four Seasons, and this is actually spring. So listen for a second and see if you hear that. This should sound like springtime, which is what we're in right now. All those beautiful flowers. Maybe birds flying in the air. Do you hear that? Goes back. Okay, my wonderful students, I just wanted to give you a little taste of something different. That's Vivaldi. Like I said, he is the composer of the week, and I'd love for you to do a little more research on him. I put down in a hyperdoc, the hyperdoc that I have for the lesson this week at the very bottom, and you can learn a few things about him and listen to this all the way if you'd like. They have the recording down in that link I have. So what I'm doing with my lessons is called the hyperdoc. So basically I'm going to do the lesson where I'm talking to you one-on-one, so you get a little bit of me, but then I also have some links that you can go on if you can, you want to work a little bit more independently and more things that you can do, or you can just work with me, or whatever you want to do, as long as you're doing a little something with music every day. I really appreciate that, and I know it'll help you a lot. I hope some of you enjoyed doing the voice warm-up we did on the last lesson. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand on. Now what I'm going to try to do is teach you as if I was in the classroom with you. Please email me. Let me know what you think, if you can see, if it's hard for you, whatever it is. But I'm just going to go ahead and teach you like I would in the classroom, and just teach you about lines and space notes, the notes on the piano, and Takadimi, learning how to read music rhythmically, and how to read music on the notes of the staff, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start off with the notes on the piano. And as you can see, I have a piano here. So I've got the projector up here, and I've got the piano down here, okay? So how I do when I teach is first of all, I would like to point out to you the black notes on the piano. Okay, I don't know if you can see my red pointer here with the light, but I have the red pointer, and normally you can see it quite well in the classroom. So this is 2 black keys, 3 black keys. 2, how many here? How many here? How many here? Okay, now when we learn music, what we do is we look at the 2, this is how I teach it, is I look at the 2 black keys, the note to the left, that is called a C. Okay, so we memorize the note to the 2 black keys, the note to the left is a C. So if I go up here, the note up here is going to also be a C. Okay, and then down here also is a C. Now, normally what I do when I'm in the classroom is I like to have us all sing at this point the alphabet song, which I did that in class for a lot of the classes I did in the last lesson. We all sang the alphabet song, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And we sang it, we had a good time, and I conducted you, and I said louder, softer, and we had a really great time. But in the musical alphabet, it ends at G. Okay, so we only go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it repeats itself. So therefore, knowing that, when you look at the piano, if you started a C, because you know your alphabet so well, you can see this pointer. I don't know if you can, you know what? There it is. I don't know if we can see it very well. That pointer, there's the C. Therefore, because we know the ABC is the next note on the piano would be A,
C,
D. Okay, so C, D, E. Next, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so there's the piano notes. Now you know. And the way you can memorize it is just remember those two black keys. The note to the left is a C. So therefore, you can, if you can find that C, you can find any note on the scale. Okay, and the major scale that we have right here, it's called the C major scale, and it goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, so C to C, it's an octave. We remember the number octave by, if you think of octagon, 8, or if you think of octopus, 8 legs on an octopus, or arms, whatever they call that. Okay, so you can remember the word octave, and that's 8 notes. C to C is 8 notes. Okay, and that's a musical term, octave. Okay, so the way that we learn the notes and how to read them on the music, though, is we learn them whether or not it's a line or a space note. Now, the way this came about was because years ago we had amazing composers, and they could compose all this wonderful music and play it and do amazing things with it. Everyone loved it, but they didn't have a way to share it with others. And they didn't have, remember at this time, they didn't have, a little speaker they could speak to, an Alexa, an Echo, whatever you'd like to call it, and say, hey, play this for me, like we do now. You know, they didn't have a radio. They didn't have anything. If they had an instrument in their house, they're happy. And so we had to learn how to communicate, how to read music, how to write music, all of those things. And this was the format that was created. Okay, so we need to learn how to read music. So therefore, when we read the music, we can then play it with the notes associated with the music, the sheet music. Okay, because in music, as I've said before, the language of music is symbols. So when you learn the symbol, okay, then you know, oh, okay, that's what that means. And you know, my wonderful students, this is the symbol I always do. First off, when you see this symbol, okay, you know that means dollar bills. That means money. That means, you know, that's associated with money, right? Well, it's just like in music. Music is when you see the note like this, okay? This note is called a line note because there's a line through it. This note is called a space note because it's in between the two lines. Okay, so that's a symbol. You know, you can see that's a line or a space note. So what I like to do is, first of all, the line notes we count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where I ask my students, hey, does anyone else know any other languages? I've had people speaking in all these different sort of languages that I honestly can't even remember some of what they were even called, the languages. And it's awesome, and I love that. So whatever language you speak, count to 5. Okay, and then for the space notes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so when I look at this, we want to look at these notes. My students, what do you think? Is this a line or a space note?
A space note.
A space note, right? Because it looks like this. Okay, what about this one? Go. Line note.
Space.
Line.
Oh, sorry.
Line.
Line.
Which was this one?
Line.
Line. Line. Space. Line. Space. Space. Okay, can we see down here? Let me try and lift this up higher so we can see better. Alrighty, let's go. Space. Space.
Space. Line. Space. 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 Line. Space. Line.
Ooh, all right. Okay, I hope you all can do that as fast as my kiddos here. Okay, so those are the lines in the space notes, okay? And the way we see that on the sheet music is we read it for the line notes. The names is for the treble clef. Every good boy deserves fun. Okay, but the note is E, G, B, D, F. Okay, so when we say every good boy deserves fun, it's really just a way that we're going to remember E, G, B, D, F. Okay, so that's the line notes. The other way that I love saying it is every girl brings destiny forward. E, G, B, D, F, because I got to get my girls in there too. It's not just about the boys who deserve fun. Or you could say every good boy deserves fudge. That's another really popular one. But what we really need to know is just what's the note? It's a line note. Which one is it? E, G, B, D, or F in the treble clef. Okay, now a space note, it's super easy. It's just we spell the word face. F-A-C-E. Okay, and if you go from line note to space note, I don't know if we can see this here. If you go from line note to space note here, this is C, it's a line note. D, space note. Line note E, space note F. Line note G, space note A. Line note B, space note C. Let's do that. C, let's just say that. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. It just goes up and down. Every other note is a line and a space note. So, but the quick way, instead of counting the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you just can go, oh, that's the third line note up. That's a B. And so you get fast at it, but it takes time. And I put another exercise down there so that'll help you get faster because you can spell words. So I like that. All right, so the first thing, just going over that really quickly, is let's go over that. My wonderful students, what do you think? Third or second line note up. Let's spell it out. Every. Good, so it's a G. All right, good. Okay, next one. It's the fourth space note. F-A-C-E. Fantastic. Third line note. Every good boy. So it's a B. I hope you're all hanging in there with me. Space note, second space note. Wait, is it? Yeah. F-A. Good. All right. Fifth line note. Every good boy deserves F. Good. Fudge or fun. Oh, it's the first space note of the word and it spells face. So therefore it is an F. Fourth line note. Every good boy deserves D. Ooh, I just gave that one away. And third space note. F-A-C. First line note. First line note, try it again. E, you got it, every. Okay, good. All right, so that might seem a little bit weird, but keep doing it over and over again and you'll get better at it. Okay, I'm gonna just touch on Takadimi really quickly because the lesson's going on a little longer than I wanted to. Okay, so in music, when we're reading the rhythm of the music, because we can't just have notes, we have to have rhythm with the notes. Okay, so you should kind of know about rhythm a little bit. You know, you've done some clapping and different things that I'm sure you've done in your lifetime in other classes or anything you've learned. So this is a way of learning how to read rhythmic sheet music really easily. Okay, so this is without notes. This is just the rhythm. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just what you do is the first note on top, that's a whole note, which gets 4 beats. Half note gets 2, quarter note gets 1. The eighth notes get a half, and then the Takadimi gets a 16th. Okay, so when we do the ta, let me put my metronome on.
Power on, pairing.
Okay.
The device is connected.
So this is exactly what I would do if I was actually in a classroom. So please forgive me back to you. I apologize. All right, so for the whole note is right here, and if you say ta, and we hold it for 4, okay? In 5, 6, 7, go. Ta. Again, ta. Half note, ta. Ta, again, ta, 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 follow my red, ta, moving on to toddy, 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 again, toddy, 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 Takadimi, 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 Takadimi. Can you challenge yourself to this rhythm right here? In 5, 6, 7, 8. And ta, ta-dee, ta, ta, ta-dee, ta-dee, ta. Okay, good. Okay, I hope some of you got that a little bit. Now, like I said, on the HyperDoc, there's actually a link to a video that really, I challenged myself to do it and it was really fun. So you get better and faster at it the more you do it. Please reach out to me, chanscat@mvusd.net. Email me, send me videos. I'd love to do some sort of like video collage if you guys want to send me videos of you performing, and we could do some sort of like talent show and reach it out virtually some way. And I hope you're doing well and you're having a great time and you're just staying positive. This is going to end soon. And remember, we're all in this together. And don't worry, be happy. And I'll see you all soon, my wonderful students. You take care.